Awards for Excellence in Architecture. The jury recognized 3 projects with an honorable mention. BM Modular 1 by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA architect. Cube by the College of Architecture and Urban Studies, School of Architecture and Design at Virginia Tech. The Shenandoah Valley Discovery Museum by Reeder and Swartz Architects, P.C. The jury recognized 5 projects with merit awards. 10th and G Street offices and First Congregational United Church of Christ by Cunningham Quill Architects, PLLC. Eagle Academy Public Charter School at McGogney by Shinberg Levinus Architects. Georgetown University Calganini Contemplative Center by Dinerman Architects, P.C. La Casa Permanent Supportive Housing by Studio 27 Architecture and Leo A. Daly. Research and Education Building, UNC Coastal Studies Institute by Clark Nexon Architecture and Engineering. The 2 honor award recipients for 2015 are the East Servery at Rice University by Hanbury Evans Wright Philotis and Company. This is a great people space, beyond any expectations for an academic dining facility, said the jury. The beautifully engineered truss system adds an interesting quality to the overall space. And Woodside House by David Jameson Architect Incorporated. In its organization, form, and materials, the Woodside House presents beautiful and dramatic juxtapositions between public and private, heavy and light, refined and raw, remarked the jury. Awards for Excellence in Contextual Design. The jury recognized Chatham County Courthouse by Dewberry Architects Incorporated with an honorable mention. 2 projects earned merit awards. Citizen 6 by Baskerville. The jury said, these townhouses successfully present a contemporary way to relate to a historical context, while confidently adding another layer to the neighborhood history. And Seaside Hall at Virginia Institute of Marine Science by Via Design Architects, P.C. The design for this highly contextual project, remarked the jury, is directly influenced by the vernacular traditions of wood-framed buildings that are typical in the seaside marshland region. Awards for Excellence in Historic Preservation. The Historic Preservation Jury recognized 3 projects with an honorable mention. East Feliciana Parish Courthouse by John Milner Associates Preservation, a division of MTFA Architecture, PLLC. Glen Burnie Manor House by Reeder and Swartz Architects, P.C. And Restoration of Castlewood by Davis Buckley Architects and Planners. Awards of merit were given to 2 projects. Shell exterior enclosure and structural improvements at Smithsonian Institution Arts and Industries by Smith Group JJR with Enniad Architects. And Tucker Hall at the College of William and Mary by Cunningham Quill Architects, PLLC. Awards of honor were given to Birch Bay Federal Building and U.S. Courthouse by EYP Incorporated. This is a masterful restoration and an aggressive upgrade of a great historic building to meet contemporary standards for safety, accessibility, and environmental responsibility, exclaimed the jury. Many of the building components were rebuilt and restored. Sustainable features were incorporated beautifully and discreetly. And the VCU Depot by Commonwealth Architects. Not only did the design team for VCU uncover a gem of a historic building that had been hidden from the public for decades, they also knit together several neighboring buildings to create a new school for the arts and a center for the community. Removing the dreadful 1970s aluminum facade and beautifully restoring the historic building is a gift to the city, noted the jury. Awards for Excellence in Interior Design. Architectural Office, Washington, D.C. by Smith Group JJR. was recognized with an honorable mention. The jury awarded 2 projects with merit awards: White House Visitor Center Rehabilitation by Smith Group JJR and LMI by Gensler. Awards of honor were conferred upon Scherber and Rad by David Jameson Architect, Incorporated. The use of simple surfaces, said the jury, contrasted with interesting experiments in materials, results in a simple, elegant, and somewhat spiritual series of spaces. The shop space is particularly compelling. The rich texture of the bark veneer walls dramatically contrasts with the other sleek finishes. And Apartment 24 by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA Architect. The jury remarked, "The plan, the component details, and the furnishings are all very well executed. The design of all the built-in millwork is effective in managing storage needs and also creates interesting compositions in each room. The combination of materials and colors creates a warm, comfortable, and beautiful palette." Awards for Excellence in Residential Design. The jury selected 2 projects for merit awards: Orlean Americana by Reeder and Swartz Architects, PC, and Twining Road Renovation by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA Architect. 2 projects were selected for honor awards: Riggins House by Robert M. Gurney, FAIA Architect. The organized floor plans provide exciting volumetric experiences inside and an interesting composition of articulate building forms on the exterior, said the jury. The house maximizes interconnections between living spaces and the natural environment and offers tantalizing glimpses of nature from circulation areas. And Alexandria Residence by Cox Gray and Spack Architects. This house is a somewhat daring combination of modern and historical that is skillfully handled to achieve a highly refined residence, exclaimed the jury. Specific materials and forms promote harmony between modern and vernacular. The house is nicely oriented to the water view beyond, where the glass facade dramatically opens onto the natural environment. AIA Virginia recognizes Sally Brown with AIA Virginia Honors in 2015. Sally, who currently serves as chair of the Branch Museum of Architecture and Design Board of Trustees and as a trustee for Shimer College, has effortlessly translated the world of good design for audiences of all ages. Through her work as an interior designer, educator, architecture critic, tour guide, and curator, Sally has demonstrated significant insight into the thought process, value, and impact of thoughtful design on the built environment. Her faithful service and leadership in organizations like the Branch, the Mayor's Advisory Committee, the Commission of Architectural Review, and the Urban Design Committee showcase her ability to communicate and encourage critical thinking. Sally has spent her life in service of the arts. She is a tireless advocate for design excellence and for the power of the arts to elevate, educate, and inspire us, remarked Peyton Boyd, FAIA, principal of Peyton Boyd Architect. For her dedicated career of service and lifelong contributions to the elevation of architecture and design in Richmond and throughout the Commonwealth, AIA Virginia presents Sally Brown with AIA Virginia Honors. The Society recognizes Edward J. Gillikin, AIA, Principal at KOP Architects, with the Award for Distinguished Achievement in 2015. Ed, a graduate of Richmond's Benedictine High School and Virginia Tech, has been a tireless advocate for the profession for nearly 20 years. He has served on countless committees, councils, and the board of directors of his local and state AIA components, including terms as president of both organizations. Most recently, Ed became the first chair of the John Bramer Leadership Council. AIA Richmond President Mitch Rowland remarked, Ed encourages those around him to elevate their efforts in order to achieve a higher goal. In fact, it was witnessing Ed's commitment that encouraged me to re-engage with the AIA after several years of being an inactive member. For his dedicated work on behalf of the profession, AIA Virginia presents Ed Gillikin with the Award for Distinguished Achievement. AIA Virginia presents two individuals with the inaugural Virginia Emerging Professional Award. Christopher Charles, Associate, AIA, Associate at Hanbury Evans Wright Villadison Company, and Gina Ripple, AIA, Founding Principal of Ripple Architecture Studio and Assistant Professor at the University of Virginia School of Architecture. Christopher, who earned his Bachelor of Architecture at Hampton University, combines his exceptional leadership and engagement skills to collaborate with his clients, peers, and students, whether it be in advancing the profession, mentoring, lecturing, or teaching at his alma mater, or in service to his community. One of the many admirable characteristics Chris possesses is his commitment to gaining a wide variety of work experiences in project types and scale, as well as each of the phases of design, bidding, and construction. Chris recognized early that he needed to fully comprehend the many facets of architecture in order to be a competent designer and well-rounded architect. This level of maturity for someone in Chris's position is exemplary, stated William Hopkins, Principal and Operations Director at Hanbury Evans Wright Villadison Company. Gina, who earned her bachelor's degree in computer science at the University of Notre Dame College of Engineering and her Master of Architecture at the University of Michigan Taubman College of Architecture and Urban Planning, has balanced research and practice during her first decade of professional work. Gina draws on this background to combine computational and material technology, seeking critical efficiencies in social, ecological, and economic systems. William H. Sherman, Professor of Architecture and Associate Vice President for Research UVA, said, "I recognize the importance of Gina's combination of deep domain knowledge, her capacity to collaborate with colleagues in other disciplines, and her willingness and success at bringing her research into practice and her classroom. These are the hallmarks of the best of a new generation of architects that will transform the disciplines and practices beyond the academy." For their accomplishments as emerging leaders in Virginia and for their contributions to the profession, AIA Virginia presents Christopher Charles and Gina Ripple with the Virginia Emerging Professional Award. The 2015 Architecture Medal for Virginia Service goes to Robert S. Ukrop, President and CEO of Ukrop's Homestyle Foods, and James E. Ukrop, Principal of New Richmond Ventures. The Ukrop brothers have been architect-friendly in their community service work, says Bruce Justice, FAIA. Bobby and Jim are a constant presence and willing participants in many community projects and organizations. Their influence and leadership expands well beyond their extraordinary philanthropic contributions. The brothers have worked collaboratively, giving generously of their time, resources, or both, on projects such as Communities in Schools, Ukrop Park, Sportsbacker Stadium, or the Collegiate School Aquatics Center. Yet each has pursued separate passions too. While Bobby took the lead in striving for regional cooperation to make the Diamond a reality, James was particularly instrumental in making the vision of a downtown arts center a reality with the opening of Center Stage. Few individuals in any community could have shared more than Jim has in the range of extraordinary gifts that have enhanced our city and its cultural, academic, and economic strengths in significant ways, commented a member of the Center Stage Board of Directors. For their substantial contributions to the built environment and their dedication to promoting the understanding of good design and the benefits it brings to communities, AIA Virginia presents James and Robert Ukrop with the Architecture Medal for Virginia Service. The 2015 William C. Noland Medal goes to Sanford Bond, FAIA, founder and principal of 3 North. An accomplished designer, Sandy's award-winning work includes institutional, cultural, and arts-related projects in dense urban areas, as well as educational and recreational buildings in suburban and parkland settings. His portfolio of residential work includes a collection of private homes in places as remote as Nova Scotia and the Caribbean, and more than 30 renovation and preservation projects in Richmond's historic Fan District. Through the years, Sandy has provided thoughtful mentorship to young architects and interns who have benefited immensely from his insight and experience. He has also served as a visiting critic for student design presentations at the University of Virginia and Virginia Tech, offering guidance to the next generation of architects. With a desire to serve the profession and the community, Sandy has held numerous leadership positions, including a term as president of AIA Richmond, trustee of the Virginia Foundation for Architecture, chair of the editorial committee and founding member of the editorial advisory board for Inform magazine, and service on the board of directors for the Fan District Association, the Children's Museum of Richmond, and the Historic Richmond Foundation. Fred Cox Jr., FAIA, principal of Marcellus Wright Cox Architects, said, "It has been my privilege to know Sandy personally and professionally. I have grown to admire how he is still developing his considerable and broad design skills, evolving his professional practice, and continuing his own education while sharing it all with his peers and clients. Sandy has assembled his assets while serving well his profession and many charitable, civic, and community organizations with special care. For his unparalleled leadership, enduring support of the profession, and dedicated service to the community, AIA Virginia awards Sanford Bond, FAIA, the William C. Noland Medal."